Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, and tarot to communicate energies to you, the viewer. Today's reading, we will be taking a look at the person on your mind and how you make that person feel, okay? Before we get into how they feel when they're around you, we're going to take a look at just the overall energy of the connection so that you know you've tapped into the right pile. But feel free to pause the video and select from one of these four hearts, whichever one you're intuitively guided towards. Most likely the first choice is going to be the correct pile. But like I said, we will verify before getting into it that indeed sounds like your connection with the person on your mind. So pick number 1 is this green speckled heart right here. Pick number 2 is this white flat stone heart right here. And pick number 3 is this clear heart pendant. And pick number 4 is this beautiful stone, heart stone right here. So feel free to pause the video. The timestamp will be in the description box and in the pinned comment below, and I will see you at your pick. Hello, my gorgeous pile number 1. If you pick this beautiful speckled heart paperweight, then this will be your beautiful reading. Now, we will be taking a look at how you make the person on your mind feel. But before we get into how you make them feel, we're going to take a look at the energy surrounding you and the connection so that you know that this indeed is the right person and the right connection before we get into that. So Spirit, clear and concise for beautiful pile number 1 so that they know this is the right pile. What is the energy and the connection around pile number 1 and their person specifically? All right. So the first card that we have is prayer. Ooh. We have angel revealing itself, light attribute helping those in need with no expectation of return, and shadow attributes acting innocently or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Interesting, the prayer and angel. All right, let's pull some tarot and then we'll get into this energy. Feeling those and those. Okay. So we have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the Lovers. We have Judgment. We have the Queen of Wands. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. All right. So I feel like there's something about this connection that you're trying to bring in, okay? And I feel like spiritually there's a deep energetic pull towards this person and you. And I feel like with the prayer here and this angel, I really feel this this very intense spiritual connection, but I feel like there's almost a longing. I almost feel too like for a lot of you guys, maybe this could for some of you guys, not a lot of you guys, I feel like this person coming through for you could certainly be somebody who's passed on. And I don't think you were expecting to hear from this person. So I have a feeling this might be a little bit emotional here, okay? If you're not ready to hear these messages, there might be another pile for you. But for some of you guys, I am picking up someone who has crossed over. And I feel like there's a longing here. There might be 2 messages coming through for those of you guys not resonating with that. But just bear with me as I pick up this energy. Is very strong, okay? Yeah, I feel like there is a longing here because you haven't seen this person in a really long time. And I feel like you're at a crossroads right now in trying to move forward with your life in regards to, I have a feeling this was a romantic connection. And this person could have very well been your spouse or your significant other. And it's been a period of time and you're a little bit conflicted in moving forward with this part of your life. Although you desire to be happy, And I feel like part of you is trying to move forward and releasing this person so that you can be emotionally available, but it is very difficult for you. And I feel like you are certainly wanting to be happy, and a part of you is torn, or at least trying to figure out how you can still respect and honor this person that's crossed over and move on with a new connection. Okay. I feel like the feeling I'm getting here for some of you guys have met somebody new, but you're having a difficult time moving towards this person because you're still connected to this other person. Now, for those of you guys not resonating with the person who's crossed over, you might be in a very intense connection right now with somebody who is not showing up in this connection, and you've been trying to energetically stay connected, but at the same time, you've been trying to open up to what you're supposed to be doing in this connection because this person has not been available. And I also feel like you're a little bit stuck here, wanting to move forward, but also wanting to remain available should this person become available. Okay, so yeah, very intense pile I'm feeling here. Now, the Two of Pentacles talks about balancing options, weighing your options, a choice needing to be made, or having to balance between two things. Whereas the Lovers as well could be a choice to give and receive love, to move towards love, a choice between two lovers. It is definitely talking about choices. So I feel like there is this need to decide, but I feel like it takes two people to decide. So I feel like one decision involves somebody who you can't make a decision for, and you're keeping that door open, and the other decision allows you to drive a little bit more towards something you can control, but maybe not necessarily your optimal choice here. Okay, and I feel like, yeah, there is this Judgment card here for a reason. For some of you guys, I feel like maybe you guys have come into the realization that you don't have control over one decision here, and that maybe there is a heavy reliance on spirit in making it happen. And it's difficult because I feel like a lot of you guys have this Queen of Wands energy. Okay, whether you're masculine or feminine, I feel like this Queen of Wands is somebody who can bring towards her what it is that she wants. She can manifest great love. She's very determined, very attractive. But I also feel for those of you guys who might be focusing on a part that you can't control, it's somewhat bringing towards you maybe more of the same type of pain and longing that I'm feeling here. Like I feel a very heavy sense of longing here, okay? Because the Queen of Wands can bring in beautiful and magical and positive things, but the Queen of Wands can also attract to her things that she doesn't necessarily want, just the way she manifests, okay? The way her thoughts, where she's investing her thoughts. And I feel like you guys are heavily attracted to somebody here, okay? And I feel like you guys are fairly stable. I feel like you're also represented here by this solid Queen of Pentacles, which is Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, okay? And the Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I feel like you guys have built something for yourself, and yeah, I feel like you, without this new, or this piece that you can't quite control, I feel you're fairly solid and stable, and you're really have things going for yourself. But this connection that you're trying to make happen, I feel like is really, yeah, I feel like you're really torn about this. Okay. And like I said, there is a heavy sense here of longing. So if this kind of sounds like your connection, I know we kind of have two things going on here, then we will take a look at how you make this person feel. Now, if they have crossed over, then potentially it's how you made this person feel or how they feel right now about you. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Thank you so much, Spirit, for that beautiful, clear, and concise message for pile number 1 in regards to how they make a person on their mind feel. So Spirit, we will be asking, how does the person in pile 1's mind feel about pile number 1? How does pile 1 make this person feel? Clear and concise. Thank you so much, Spirit. And thank you so much, beautiful pile number 1, for allowing me the opportunity to read this message for you today. I'm so blessed, so grateful, and thankful. All right, let's take a look. I'm inclined to clear the energy here just to make sure we have the right energy. So just maybe mute your volume because it might be a little loud with this bell. Okay, so Spirit, clear and concise for beautiful pile number 1. How does pile number 1 make this person on their mind feel? Thank you so much. So we have, I'm not reading reversals today, we have the 5 of Swords. We have Judgment. We have the King of Swords. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles. All right, why is the 5 of Swords here? We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the 2 of Cups. And finally, why is the King of Pentacles here? We have the 9 of Wands. Okay. And bottom of the deck energy, we have the Fool, talking about a new beginning, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning, a leap of faith into the unknown, or not knowing what to expect here. Okay, so how this person on your mind feels. I feel like this person is fighting against, I feel like they're really fighting against this desire to be able to act and not be able to do this, okay? So they want to act, meaning they want to drive forward, they're inspired to move towards you, they're heavily attracted to you here. Okay, they want to move forward, but I feel like they are held back because of a situation. And for those of you guys who resonated with the person who's crossed over, I feel like this person clearly is unable to be with you physically at this time. I feel like there is a challenge here, okay? The challenge is something that I feel is almost... I feel like this energy is feeling like it's a surmountable type of conflict that they are unable to do anything about here. And I feel like there is a recognition here about how you feel and how you've been very loving and giving of emotions with this Queen of Cups. Very deep, deep love. There's a knowing about what this feels like, and this person really wanting and being very attracted to that and wanting to engage. But there's also this feeling of being held back due to a situation or a circumstance. Okay, and there is this, with the King of Swords talking about, you know, somebody who is more mind over heart, I feel like this person is really in their head about what it would be like to have this this new beginning for you, to be able to experience your own love and your own emotions. So I'm going to try to keep these two messages separate because somebody's really coming in here who's crossed over, and it's kind of throwing, well, it's throwing the rest of this reading off. But they do feel like different energies here for me because they're vibrating in different levels. The one who crossed over, okay, I feel like they are recognizing a new beginning here for you and being able to experience love, give and take love is something you're held back by, okay? And they're wanting you to be secure for your future, and they're wanting you to move forward here, okay? But there is this feeling that they have to emotionally detach from this because they feel like yeah, like there is this heavy connection to you emotionally. There's this deep sense of love, but they also recognize a need for you to start in the 3D world, because this is about manifesting here in the 3D world, okay? Taking a leap of faith, a new beginning, and solidifying something that they feel is going to be fairly solid for you. And they recognize you've been kind of held back in your own kind of mental prison about this, and maybe torn about moving forward. And potentially you've been in this Nine of Wands energy, okay? This is somebody who might be a little guarded and is, you know, in a position where they're not quite given up yet, but they feel fairly defeated. And I feel like your person really is wanting stability for you and is wanting you to be able to experience the loving energy here with this Two of Cups as a give and take, because they feel like you have this beautiful energy, this beautiful way of showing love. There's this realization that this is kind of the best thing for you in order to allow you to experience this love again, and also a heavy emphasis on building something that is stable, something that is going to be successful and even protect you. Okay, now the other energy I'm feeling here is somebody who is still in this situation in which they want to move forward because there's heavy attraction. They recognize the love that you have for them. They're kind of more mind over heart, because they are thinking about what it's going to take in order to plant something here. And it's kind of keeping them in an Eight of Swords because they want to have a new beginning in this connection with you, but they also are more King of Swords. So having to give emotionally is something that they're not quite sure how to be able to do here. Okay. I feel like this person might be committed to something else, or in a situation in which, yeah, they're trying to figure out how it is that they can ground something here, but it might be easier for them to be able to keep things really light, but they're held back here, okay? And they're held back because they're not quite sure where this will progress, from the Ace of Pentacles to how much commitment or how much of a future they can build here if they are involved with a situation in which they feel like they can't get out of. And they want to have a give and take here, but I feel they're held back because once the Two of Cups is experienced, I feel like this person may feel as though they might not be able to give more or expand on this. Okay, but how do they feel? They feel like they definitely feel your love. They feel like they're in their head about wanting to plant this new seed. They're very attracted to you here, and there is this understanding of a Two of Cups, but there is a heavy emphasis on a situation here that they feel is really holding them back. Yeah. Let's see some oracles, and then we'll pick some more just to get, yeah, interesting energy here. Okay, so separation. Yeah, well, for sure, for the ones who are resonating with the person who has crossed over, like that is such a strong energy I'm feeling here. Okay, with the dove, the separation, like I feel like you really feel, I really feel like you feel if you were to move forward here, you're letting this person kind of down. I feel like this person was coming through to communicate to you that they understand this desire to need to move forward, especially when it comes to building something greater for yourself. I do feel like I have to be honest, but I do feel this tinge of this person emotionally understanding how difficult it is because they feel this emotional connection to you. So it was with a heaviness here that they are more trying to focus on the mental aspect of grounding a connection here in order to build your stability. And they keep diverting away from the love that you give to them, that they feel is something that's sacred and is special between you and them. So I feel like they're not even letting me or allowing me to communicate that piece of it, because I feel they want to keep that very separate, okay, from this situation. I think that's how they're carrying this over. But if you needed that for confirmation, then that's certainly out there for somebody. Okay, and with the separation, for those of you guys who have someone right now in a situation, you feel separated from this person. The reason they feel separated from you too is because there is this heavy conflict that is holding them back from being able to start new beginnings in this connection, and potentially they haven't grounded this connection. Potentially, you know, they're attracted to you or have some feelings for you, and you know you're wanting to experience this, but they've been very held back by a situation here. And I feel it's mostly because there's other commitments, and we will pull clarifiers here. But with the separation card, I feel like this person feels separated from you as well. They feel that separation, and they also feel the heavy bond you guys have here, okay? The drowned king. The message I got here for those of you guys resonating with the person who's crossed over, who's coming in again, they understand that they can't allow their own past with you and how they felt about you and feel about you and this tie you guys have. They feel like they can't allow their own needs to kind of get in the way of your happiness here. So they've come into that awareness, and they're okay again with that message and you moving forward with this, okay, because that's been very heavy for you, and they understand this. And there is zero sort of resentments or feeling of not wanting you to move forward or be happy, okay? They definitely want this for you. With those of you guys resonating with the person here who might be in another situation in which they're not able to show up here, I feel like they're in the process of going through, yeah, I'm getting, this is really intuitive here. I'm almost not even seeing these cards so much, but what I'm really picking up here is this person is not emotionally invested in this commitment that they have. And I feel like they're in the process of trying to release any piece of what doesn't matter in that situation slowly but surely in order for them to free themselves up for this connection. I feel like they're wanting to stay in a protective type place when it comes to this connection while they establish themselves. Some of this has to do with I wanted to say perception, but I don't feel like it's so ego focused. I feel like there's a lot of moving pieces here, and this person feels like they need to get their ducks in a row and they need to deal with situations in a respectful, tactful way where people are all kind of winning or gaining, because right now the situation is Five of Swords where nobody seems to be winning. And I think this has already kind of happened. So now they're trying to smooth things over in order for them to be able to move forward. I feel like this person's really committed to moving forward in this connection with you. I feel like they're really wanting to resolve or focus or shift their energies in a place where they're needing to make changes. And this is a bit painful because they feel this separation from you, but they also feel confident that what they're doing is the right thing to do here and to free themselves up in order to move forward here. Okay, wow, this reading is something else. I don't think I've done a reading quite like this. Let me pull some tarot here, but let's see what's under the Fool here. Seven of Wands. That's somebody who, yeah, so for those of you guys resonating with the person here who has other commitments or whatever, I feel like they're on a higher platform, meaning like higher ground, in order for them to have the advantage in having to button down all these different things that they're having to deal with. And they feel like there's so many loose ends, so many things that are going to have to get in line before they can jump forward freely. Like I feel like this is like just freely jump forward without any strings, without anything holding them back, being completely available. And yeah, I feel like this Eight of Swords is really I feel like this Eight of Swords is almost really valid, which normally the Eight of Swords is something we tell ourselves that might not necessarily be true, keeping us in kind of a mental prison. But I feel like that Eight of Swords is them saying, I can't get past this Two of Cups with everything else kind of the way that it is right now in my life. So I'm going to have to deal with that and kind of put things a little bit on hold here as I get clear about how to manage those situations so that I am free to start a new beginning here. Okay. Yeah, so let's get clarity here with this Five of Swords, because this was feeling fairly strong here. This is the Lovers. Okay, so that's a choice. For some of you guys, your person might be in a situation here where they are in another commitment, okay, with a person. I do feel that. Now, this doesn't always necessarily mean to, like, choosing between two lovers, although it could very well be that. I feel like your person was in a situation here with something that they have possibly built for themselves, that they might have even dedicated their life towards, and now there is this needing to, I feel like this is more past energy. I feel like they've already decided to choose this connection, and now they're trying to figure out how to go about it. But I feel like this Five of Swords was a lot of conflict when this person was undecided, when this person was trying to work through this decision. And maybe you've been around, and maybe you feel like it took them forever. Maybe you don't even realize here that this person has come into this realization about what they want. Maybe they haven't communicated this to you, although I feel like there is They might have not have communicated this to you, but this person has come into this realization, what they want for themselves. And I feel like they want this connection. So let's take a look at, what should we clarify here? Let's clarify the Judgment card here, just to get a Seven of Swords. Yeah, Seven of Swords is the Thief card, okay? This is somebody who might be acting in their own self-best interest, could be deception. So I feel like for those of you guys who are resonating with the other lover, potentially this person started a connection with you and was acting in a way that was underhanded, okay, and it left nobody winning here with this Five of Swords, and they're wanting to, with this Judgment, they're recognizing how they might have been self-serving, and they're really wanting to, and I feel like they have awakened to the fact that they need to make a decision here and move forward, okay, but there is this needing to resolve whatever's going on here. And if there's not another person, then this person could have very well have been very selfish in how they were showing up in this connection and not choosing this connection for whatever reason. They were committed to something else here, investing their energy, although you've been very emotionally giving to this person. There was heavy attraction here. This person has come into this realization about their selfish ways, how they might have not have been showing up fully. Okay, now let's get some clarity around what this Eight of Swords is all about. Why is the Eight of Swords here, Spirit? We got Strength. Yeah, your person definitely took a while, and I feel like is working through this right now because they're not quite sure how they're going to muster up courage in order to do everything that they need. Remember, we're seeing the Seven of Wands, so they are in a position that they can do something about all these situations that they're needing to resolve. But I feel like right now the Eight of Swords is talking about maybe they don't realize how much control they actually have in a situation. Maybe they feel like they don't have the courage to end things or be honest with themselves in a way that will allow them the courage, the willpower to make the right decisions, to move forward in closing chapters, in yeah, they need this willpower, okay? And if they've been deceptive and choosing other things here, maybe other priorities, it's like maybe they feel like they don't want to fall back on that, and they don't want to, I feel like they don't want to let you down, but they feel like maybe they're telling themselves they don't have enough strength or courage. They don't have enough what it takes to be committed to this situation. Or at least they're working on this, okay? But I feel like this Eight of Swords is holding them back. And let's take a look here at this King of Pentacles. What's this King of Pentacles about? So I feel like there's lots of zodiac here for those of you guys needing confirmation. The Queen of Cups, I feel, is talking about how much love there is in this connection, but I feel like this is mostly your energy here. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And I feel like this King of Swords is talking about this judgment and this need to get clear and this realization, okay? King of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then we have Earth energy coming out. And we were seeing the Queen of Pentacles as well, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, okay? But I feel this is talking about the other commitments here. And we got the Moon. Yeah, so, okay. I feel like the energy we were feeling here with the one who's crossed over, I don't feel that energy here anymore. So if you guys want to hop off, you might want to. I don't know. I don't feel like that energy's here anymore. But for those of you guys resonating with the third-party energy or your person not showing up here, I feel like that Eight of Swords could certainly still be lingering around because I feel like your person is still a little bit seeing things from a perspective that they are committed to things maybe a little more than they actually are here. So maybe they're not being completely clear with what it is that they think they see, what it is that they think they're committed to, that they're going to have to resolve. I think maybe they're more, yeah, they're seeing things in a way that might not necessarily be completely the way it is. So they could maybe think they need more courage here or more willpower. They might think there's more things that they're needing to deal with, or that things are larger than what they are actually here with the moon. But I feel like your person isn't really seeing things all that clear. Okay, so might take them a minute to sort through all this. Let's see, we might as well see what's going on here with this Nine of Wands. And Spirit, why is this Nine of Wands here? We have the World. Yeah, so I feel like your person is in this state. This is the Wounded Warrior card, okay? So the person who's gone through quite the battle here, but hasn't given up and still has to kind of make their way to home base or wherever. Yeah, but they're like in this protective stance. So I feel like your person is needing to close out a chapter here, and they recognize this. I feel like there's an awareness here that they've been stuck in some deceptive energies. They had to make a choice. They've maybe been selfish. Maybe there was a challenging situation in the past. Now they're wanting new beginning. They recognize what they want here with you, but they're still maybe seeing things from a position that there's all these things that they need to sort through. And Spirit is saying they just need to close out this chapter successfully, put it behind them. Okay, and they may be guarded here while they're sorting through. They might be in a position of not wanting to give up, but at the same time not really moving forward here, more of a kind of a defensive stance while they're closing out this chapter. Okay, so yeah, let's see, how is the person for pile number one feeling, or what, how does pile number one make this person feel? So we have frustration. Yeah, I feel like your person is really attracted to you. They really want to start with that Fool and this Ace of Pentacles, and they're really frustrated by the fact that they are stuck here with this Eight of Swords. Now, if they were choosing other priorities here, I feel their frustration is they feel like they don't they lack what it takes to break free, to choose this connection, because they're seeing things unclear right now. Maybe they're seeing themselves and not having enough courage, not having enough strength, not having enough to move forward here, and they're trying to sort through that. But I feel there is this heavy frustration. Yeah, I feel like they finally surrendered here, okay? And I feel like they're surrendered to how they feel. I feel like they've surrendered to the fact that they want to move forward here, and they're going to have to deal with closing out any area of their life that's now no longer serving them, okay? It's no longer what they want. It's no longer serving them. And now it's just a matter of resolving what that looks like. And so for some of you guys, because I was feeling like your person hasn't communicated this to you, maybe you've stopped talking to this person, or they could have stopped talking to you. I feel like some of you guys stopped talking to this person, and now they're doing this because they recognize how much this connection means to them and what they want. And I feel like they don't want to come to you without actually doing something here. And this is why they're heavily focused on resolving and doing something concrete in order to free themselves up here. But yeah, I was really feeling like they haven't told you this. And with this Ghost, this is solidifying for those of you guys still sticking around for the one who crossed over. For me, this Ghost card is certainly that person coming from, yeah, like they're coming from heaven here, really, to communicate their presence with this Ghost card, okay? They also understand your frustration here because they see that you're really wanting happiness, and they understand the dilemma here, but they do want you to surrender to opening yourself up to this love here. Disruption. I feel like this energy who's come through has totally like crashed this reading in some sort of way, but I feel like this disruption, yeah, is kind of the energy that I'm picking up in this connection with both. I feel like things all of a sudden just kind of turned. So for the ones here resonating with the person again who is crossed over, I feel like they recognize that there is this this like shift in where energies need to be right now. And although it feels almost like an unexpected thing here happening, I feel like they recognize heavy emphasis here on surrendering to this. Okay. And I also feel like it was really unexpected here for you, and this person can see your challenge here. They feel your challenge, your frustration. You're kind of really torn in allowing yourself to just allow this to be, and the disruption for the ones who are resonating with this person being in a third party or picking a different energy. I feel like it's been very disruptive. This whole connection, I feel, has potentially been super disruptive in this person's life, because I feel also this person was not expecting their feelings to go in this direction. I feel like they have surrendered here, and if they have ghosted you, it could be very well to deal with this. But I feel like for those of you guys who ghosted this person, this has caused them to have to really deal with the situation. It's a big disruption because now they are having to really address some of this stuff where they've been very Eight of Swords. They're having to muster their willpower, really ask themselves questions, and take a really deep look at what they want. Okay, and I feel like the feelings are definitely there, but it's more what are they needing to do here in order to allow you guys to continue in this partnership. And they're going to have to do something concrete here, and I feel like they're trying to work through this, and there's a need to put an end to whatever was going on in the past year. But I feel like completely put everything to an end and all those loose ties. Okay, so this is what I see here for you guys. Beautiful pile number 1. I appreciate you guys so much. And if you like this message, leave a like. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Let me know below in the comments how this resonated for you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. If you pick this white flat heart here, then beautiful pile number 2. This is your reading. Now, we will be taking a look at the person on your mind and how you make them feel. Okay, but before we get into that, let's pull some oracle cards here, and we'll just take a look at the overall energy between you and this person so that you know you've picked the right pile here. So Spirit will ask for clear and concise message here for beautiful pile number 2, and how they'll know this is their pile and the energy between them and their person in this connection. Thank you. So we have Beggar. Light attributes, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humanity, compassion, and self-esteem. Shadow attribute, dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. Okay. Let's see here. We have the Ring. All right. Spirit, clear and concise for beautiful pile number 2. How they'll know this is their connection. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, beautiful pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy of you and your person. Thank you so much. I'm so blessed. I got that one. I feel that one. I feel this one. And one more card here, spirits. Okay. So we have the Two of Swords. I'm not going to read reversals. We have the King of Cups. We have the Nine of Cups. We have Temperance. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, I'm getting a heavy energy here in this pile. And remember, if this sounds more like you than your person, then you're just tapping into your own pile here. But I feel like this could very well be your person. I feel like your person here has not been showing up in this connection, and they've been a little bit greedy here. Okay, so I feel like both of you guys are kind of wanting I feel like somebody here is being a little bit selfish, okay? They're thinking about what it is that they want, and I feel like they're not showing up in this connection, but they're taking. So you could very well be giving this person a lot of love, a lot of compassion, a lot of generosity, and I feel like this person does have feelings for you, and they are not quite showing up or giving. This is a balance card. This is a balance card. This is a balance card. I feel like there is a need to balance things here outside of them just kind of getting what it is that they want here with this beggar. I feel like you've been trying to bring balance to this connection. You've been trying to bring healing to this connection. I feel there's a heavy emphasis here on a cyclical thing happening here, okay? Meaning you guys might feel like things are good in the connection, then all of a sudden things are bad in this connection, but this person isn't quite committing. They're kind of burying their head in the sand. They're not quite moving forward. I feel like there's a lot of healing that needs to kind of happen here. I feel like your person is potentially getting what it is that makes them happy in this connection, and there is some feelings here, but there isn't, like, I mean, the King of Cups doesn't generally come up and communicate all that well, nor is he an action-orientated king. So I feel like this person might want the warm and fuzzies and the healing and the love from you, and then potentially things are good and then things go bad, and then this person comes back and we have this ring thing here. I feel like you're wanting a certain level of commitment, and you're wanting your person to show up at least in a way that's going to be a balanced give and take here, and you feel like you've probably been just giving and giving and giving and giving in a connection. And yeah, and I feel like things have been fairly turbulent, and when they're really good, they're really good, and when they're really bad, they're really bad. But your person just, I don't feel like they've made a decision, or they seem to be fairly, yeah, they don't seem to be moving to me. I feel like they're just taking, and very stationary here, and there's no movement. There's no movement, and things going in circles here. Okay, so if this sounds like your connection, then let's get into how you make this person feel. I mean, we were seeing the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. I feel like you give this person a lot of energy. I feel like you give this person healing with that Temperance card there. So we were seeing Sagittarius energy. We're also seeing heavy Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy come through. Okay, now it doesn't have to be their sun sign. Could be any placements in the birth chart. Could be rising sign, moon sign. There we go again with that Nine of Cups. Yeah, I feel like there is this heavy emphasis on you being this person's wish come true. Okay, so no doubt that you make this person, like, I mean, we can end the reading right here. How do you make them feel? I feel like you're everything this person wants here. Okay, you make them feel very, very happy. The Fool, the Nine of Pentacles, the Lovers. Okay, strong message coming through here. Let's keep going. The Knight of Pentacles. So why is this beautiful Nine of Cups here? What is with this Nine of Cups? We have the Three of Wands. Okay, why is the Fool card here? Again with the Two of Swords. We have the Eight of Swords. Why is the Lovers card here, spirits? Why is the Lovers card here? We have the Hangman. Now, I'm not reading reversals, but I'm certainly picking up any sort of blocks or nuances that we need to pick up on with these cards, okay, and the shadow attributes. So just take whatever is resonating here. Okay, we'll take the one that flipped with the Strength card, and I am feeling this one here with this Ten of Pentacles. Okay, and bottom of the deck energy, we have the High Priestess, and I did see the Three of Swords underneath. Okay, I feel like with the Temperance and this Three of Swords in reverse, there is coming out of healing. Okay, so I feel like either you or your person has done a lot of healing, and I feel like this connection is kind of moving towards maybe more of a healing healing energy. I feel like it's probably been at its low and now it's kind of moving towards healing. Okay, or more of a healing state. Now, I feel like there is a heavy emphasis here on, I feel somebody really wanting commitment and stability and building a family and coming together to build stability here together. And I feel like your person here is in the state of feeling more solo. Okay, this is somebody who is confident on their own, who is successful, who's able to build on their own. And I feel like this could potentially be what's kind of keeping this person from not moving. I feel like they're used to their independence here. Okay, I feel like I've read this energy before here, but I feel like how your person feels is they feel like very fulfilled. Okay, and they are looking and considering what their future looks like here, and they're wanting to they are wanting to be happy. Okay, here they are wanting their wish, they're wanting to make themselves happy. But I feel like what the problem here may be is that your person is thinking about what's going to make them happy. How are they going to take a leap of faith towards what they want? And they're still in their mind about, you know, this choice here that they have to make, which is, I am happy when I'm independent and free and have my freedom here. So I'm in this kind of state of limbo. Sorry, this should be like this. I am in this state of limbo here. And if I do want the sweet love from you, my person here, okay, viewer, then I'm going to have to move forward here and use all of my willpower, my strength in order to really have to fight my way through figuring out what this looks like. And that's going to involve courage and effort and time and my self-control. So I'm kind of in this state of limbo as I decide here, because I do feel like you bring me what I want, but I also get what I want here from my independence. So I feel like your person is in this Eight of Swords type energy where they're limiting themselves, thinking, well, it's either one or the other, and I need to be, in order for me to be successful and independent and have my freedoms, I can't choose this connection. Okay, that's an Eight of Swords thought, because that keeps you held back. It's like, well, why can you not be successful, confident, and still have freedoms in a connection? Because maybe they've experienced relationships where they had no freedom, okay, where someone was very controlling, or maybe they couldn't do what it was that they wanted, and they don't want to have to take the considerations of other people. Now, it could very well be that this person wants the freedom of not having to consider somebody else, but also wants the joy of being in a connection and a commitment here. But I feel like the Two of Swords talks about two beliefs that don't coincide, that you got to decide either this or that. You can't choose both. You can't say, well, I'm single and I'm going to do what I want, but I'm also going to take your loving energy of being in this you're committed to me type energy. You're showing me all this love, and now I'm getting both of these, okay? Because these two don't, yeah, it's either you are committed to this relationship and you're needing to build on for your future here, but you need to make a choice, your person, okay? And that the Lovers talks about making this choice, having to really decide, you know, to receive and give love here and make this choice, and not stay kind of in this Two of Swords type energy where they're not deciding. But I feel they're really telling themselves untruths about what it is to be single, what it is to be free, what it is to be successful and on their own, just keeping them in this limbo state of non-action. Okay, and they do feel like if they were to move forward, it would be with this Knight of Pentacles energy, which is really a freaking slow type energy here. But it is someone who is dedicated, somebody committed and loyal, and they're going to have to use all of their, muster up their strength in order to stay dedicated and committed here, okay? And I don't know that your person wants to be totally in this energy because they're not moving forward here and making that decision. Now, the High Priestess does talk about, you know, the subconscious, things kind of hidden below the surface here in the subconscious. And I feel like there is this knowing that healing needs to take place here, okay? And Yeah, and I feel like you want a 10 of Pentacles with this person to build something stable, and I feel like this person feels like they are okay with this 9 of Pentacles type energy. How do they feel when they're with you? Again, you're their wish come true. You give them this type of loving energy that overflows their cup, gives them everything that they could possibly want. I feel like the Fool here is talking about them almost even staying in this state of yeah, like I feel like it never transpires past this Fool energy, because we were seeing the ring there. So I feel like they come in, they get their cups filled, you know, and they're kind of in this naive type state when it comes to this connection and non-movement, and then they're kind of staying in this energy. Okay, and this isn't really fair to you, because I feel like you guys have potentially passed from here, or should be passed from here. Can't be in this new Fool energy for very long. Okay, this is just a new beginning here, but how many times you guys gonna experience a new beginning here with this person? Okay, so let's pull an oracle card here as far as how does pile number 2's person, or how does pile number 2 make this person feel, Spirit? Reddening. Yeah, I feel this reddening talks about it talks about how something that might have been put aside or ended or closed, and then there's this like new burst of energy or new life being breathed into a situation here with the reddening. I feel like there is this buildup of energy, and I feel like what this is really emphasizing for me is, one, the state that this is in, always the Fool. It's like always kind of this beginning of giving life to something, so there's always this grand expectation, and then maybe it peters out. But I also feel like on the grand scheme of this connection, I feel like there is something bubbling here. There's something brewing. Okay, there's this healing that's happening under the surface, believe it or not, in this connection. And at some point, this reddening is going to completely, you know, overflow here, where it's going to have to be dealt with, where your person is going to have to make this decision. And I feel like they're kind of trying to stay in that state as long as can be. But the reddening is like this buildup, okay? I feel like there's this buildup. There's going to be a certain point where your person's not going to be able to fight this connection. They're not going to be able to stay in limbo. And either you're going to move forward here, and they're going to have to make a decision here with what they want. So how does pile number 2's person feel around pile number 2? How does pile number 2 make this person feel? Comfort. Yes, definitely. They love how you, I feel like there's this energy that you are very safe for this person. Okay. Hunger. Yeah. They always come back. I feel this Fool energy is really reflective of this hunger energy. I feel like they hit this state where they need to get their cups filled. So potentially they come, they show up as this Fool energy, full of optimism, giving hope. They hunger for your comfort and your safety and that feeling you give them. And then, yeah, and then potentially that cycle where they hit this part where they don't decide and they stay 8 of Swords and 2 of Swords. Also feel like with this hunger card, maybe you and your person like to eat. Okay, creativity. This is this High Priestess energy. Okay, and because I feel like with this purple here and this creativity, I find like your person is trying very difficult, or trying in different ways, and it's getting more difficult for them to maintain in this state of not committing or not making a decision to choose this connection. So they're having to become more creative with that reddening to avoid this, okay? And it's not that they're avoiding this because they dislike this connection. I feel like the avoidance here is not wanting to, yeah, not wanting to move from this 9 of Pentacles. Determination. Okay, so yeah, I feel your person's a little bit stubborn here, but the determination could certainly be them being determined in this energy, getting what they want here with this Nine of Cups. And I feel like this Nine of Pentacles makes them feel good, but I feel like it is still a 9. And I feel like your person is, with that reddening card, going to hit a state where they recognize the 9 is not a 10. And neither is this 9 of Cups. And to have a 10 of Cups and a 9 of Pentacles and a 10 of Pentacles, there's going to be a state in which they're going to have to show this level of determination to move towards this, okay? So I do sense that this is like almost right around the corner here with that reddening card. Okay, so some of you guys might have given up here already on this person, because I feel like that ring with that cycle, a lot of you guys are possibly very tired of this. Okay, but I feel like you guys are in a good state right now is what I feel. I feel like you guys are on again. This person looks fairly happy, but I still feel like there's a need to break free from this 8 of Swords. So let's take a look. Well, these cards wanted to pop up. So what do we have here? Yeah, High Priestess, and then this 2 of Pentacles. So there's a knowing here that your person has in their subconscious, and possibly in their dreams, and they're knowing intuitively that they have to choose, okay? And they can't keep this going, this state of limbo, because what's going to happen is that things are going to get turbulent, and then things are going to fall, things are going to get good again, and then eventually you're just going to move away from this connection. And I feel like they've recognized this. So let's pull one for the 9 of Cups. We got the Knight of, the Knight of Wands is a knight that's very quick acting and is very passionate, but it can also be very fleeting type energy, and it can also be known as kind of the player energy here. Okay, somebody who kind of gets what they want and then they just peter out, not providing any sort of investment when it comes to what they can contribute here. So very 9 of Cups energy. So I feel like your person's really passionate. I feel like they desire you, and I feel like they could potentially be very attractive here. Okay, so we have the Star energy. I feel you really are this person's wish come true, okay? Talking about getting one's wish, the Star, talking about getting what one desires here, and it also talks about healing. And I feel like that 3 of Swords is indicative of their needing to be healing, talking about healing. We got this card flip up, which is this Temperance. Okay, it was coming in reverse, but Temperance talking about healing again. And I feel like healing needs to happen in this connection, because I feel like this person has probably been in this cyclical pattern. And I mean, it takes 2 to be in a cyclical pattern. So you guys might need to really heal this connection and earn trust here and show up in a way that's providing balance in this connection. Okay, 2 cards of healing. I feel like that's what you guys are technically doing right now in this connection, although it is seemingly pretty irritating here with this 2 of Swords non-movement, and this Hangman non-movement, this 8 of Swords non-movement. Feel like you're possibly getting a little bit frustrated here with the state of this connection. Now let's take a look at what this Lovers card. Spirit, can we pull a card here for the Lovers? So we have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, your person, I feel like the Lovers card is talking about choosing you in this connection, okay? So I feel like your person knows that if they choose you, they get this love and this beautiful energy of the Queen of Cups, which is your energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, this is Gemini with the Lovers. This is Leo, just for confirmation here. Aquarius and Sagittarius. But I feel like in order to choose you, they're having to really take a look at this 9 of Pentacles type energy, and they're really 9 of Swords about that. All right, so let's take a look at one card here just for this 8 of Swords. Sorry if I said 9 of Swords, I meant 8 of Swords. Okay, so Judgment, yeah, and then this 3 of Swords. So there's a need to recognize your person, they're healing independently, okay, from heartache, any situation in which they experience heart pain in the past. Could very well be traumatic experiences as a child or other relationships, but just learning to heal themselves. There needs to be a realization and an awakening here in order to get out of this 8 of Swords, because I feel like this is why your person is still on this 9 of Pentacles. There's fear here, and what they're telling themselves is maybe they'll experience heartbreak again if they have a give and take here, but everything is talking about healing and a need for them to accept the fact that they need to heal, and that their 8 of Swords and their mentality when it comes to one or the other, okay, they can definitely have their sense of success and stability being in a connection here, but it's all about compromising and finding a way to to blend 2 energies here and being in a happy, healthy type connection. Okay, so let's pull some of these oracles before we move on, and we'll ask for beautiful person for pile number 2. And how does pile number 2 make them feel? Anger. Okay, yeah, I feel this person is definitely frustrated with the fact that reddening, they're getting closer and closer to having to make a decision here. I feel that they feel they're going to have to let go of something here, and I feel this makes them fairly angry. I also feel they're really angry at themselves. Here we have intuition. That was that High Priestess. Yeah, they're angry at themselves because I feel like they don't want to be in this cyclical pattern either. And I feel like intuitively they know that they might have lost a chance with you if they don't make the right decision here, okay? And there we have comfort again. Okay, I realized I pulled these cards before and we got comfort. I do feel there is a sense of comfort with you. And I also feel like when this connection is bad, I feel like it's pretty bad. Like you guys might really get into it here, you know, and when it's good, I feel like it's good. But I feel like your person is having to deal with the truth of the matter here. And the truth of the matter is they can't expect to have their cake and eat it too, and not be contributing in this connection in a way that's respectful and showing up and getting just what it is that they want. So they might have a misconception here what it's going to take in order to move this connection forward. I feel like they have this misconception that, you know, it has to be in a certain way, or it's going to take a whole lot of effort here, or at least this is how they feel, which I feel is a misconception here, okay? Because maybe they feel they're not ready, or maybe they think it's going to take a bunch of effort they don't have in some sort of way. But all right, so this is what I see here for you guys. Beautiful pile number 2. I hope this helped, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous pile number 3. If you pick this clear glass heart pendant, then pile number 3, this is your beautiful reading. So we're going to get into how you make your person feel, or the person on your mind. Okay, but before we get into how you make them feel, we're going to pull some oracles here and take a look at the energy of the connection overall so that you know whether this is your pile or not. So Spirit will ask for clear and concise message here for beautiful pile number 3. How will they know this is their pile? Can we get the energy in this connection so that beautiful pile number 3 knows that this is indeed the person they are asking about? All right, now if this sounds like another connection, it could be somebody with a message here for you in another connection that you're in, or it could certainly be, yeah, if you're picking up more heavily your person's energy here, then it could be your feelings coming through. But the vision, all right, look at this card. Very interesting, the vision. And Midas, miser, light attributes, entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. Shadow attributes, hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Okay, so I might even see that 4 of Pentacles come through, but let's see with some tarot before we get into this energy. So we have the Temperance card. We have the Hermit. We have the Page of Wands. We're going to pull 2 more here. We have the Nine of Swords. One more card, Spirit. Clear and concise for beautiful pile number 3. And thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. You and your person. I'm so blessed. So grateful. Thank you. Okay, we'll pull those 2. We have the Three of Wands. And we also have the King of Wands. Okay, so what do we have here? The Vision. Okay. Three of Wands. I feel like there's a heavy emphasis on the future of this connection. And I feel like there's a heavy emphasis on the ability for one to act. Okay, I feel like this could be your person's energy, but again, if it's yours, then just kind of flip it. But I feel like somebody here is really focused on what the future of this connection looks like and is putting a lot of emphasis on the future, but I don't feel like they're here and now. I feel like this person is really taking a look at themselves and working on healing themselves and needing to, needing to really focus on themselves, work on themselves, heal themselves, with a heavy emphasis on what does the future look like. And I feel like there's anxiety around the future. There's anxiety around talking about the future and moving towards what this would look like and taking the initiative to do the actions in the here and now as to what they want for themselves in the future. There's a lot of anxiety around this. Okay, and I feel like this person is not really showing up in this connection all that much, or at least, yeah, they're more self-focused. Okay, but I feel like this person does want to communicate their desire to build in the future with you, but there's a lot of anxiety around this. Okay, the King of Wands is somebody who is very driven, goes after what they want, is very organized in understanding what they need to do in order to get what they want here. This takes a lot of planning and organizing. This is the Three of Wands. This is after organizing, planning, and laying the groundwork and gaining someone's what they kind of deserve or what they put into motion here. Definitely vision. The King of Wands has a vision, okay, of what it is that they want. So I feel like the person is really focused on what they want for themselves in the future and what that looks like. I don't know that they've all communicated that to you because I feel like there's anxiety around this, okay? And the Page of Wands talks about communication here and going after, you know, something that is exciting. So I feel like there is heavy excitement and passion when it comes to this connection, but there is a holding back. And I feel like the holding back is because somebody feels not healed and they're not quite sure what it is that they're supposed to put into this connection emotionally or what they need to invest in the here and now. So they're really closed off here with this Hermit card. So we have Sagittarius, Virgo, and then we have more Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energy here. Okay. Yeah, heavy fire energy I'm feeling here from this person. Now, if this sounds like either you or your connection, then we'll get into how you make this person feel. I am also getting a heavy emphasis, and your person almost knows something here about the future. They know something. I feel they haven't communicated, and they're kind of anxious to have the discussion. With the owls, I feel like there's a knowing, there's an understanding here, maybe almost like a silent understanding here that there needs to be healing in order for there to be a next step here. That's kind of what I'm sensing or picking up. Okay, so let's take a look at how does this person feel around you. So Spirit, how does pile number 3 make their person feel? How does pile number 3 make their person feel? So we got 8 of Swords. Okay. 8 of Swords, clear and concise. We have the Page of Swords. We have, not reading reversals, but we'll catch any sort of blocks or nuances as we go through. We have the High Priestess. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. Wow, lots of swords. Almost all swords except for the High Priestess. Why is the Eight of Swords here? We have the Page of Cups, okay? Why is this Page of Swords here? We have the Queen of Cups. Interesting. Why is the High Priestess here? Spirit. We have the Two of Cups, okay? Why is this Ace of Swords here? We have the Knight of Wands. Okay, and then finally, why is the Knight of Swords here? We have the Hermit coming out again. Okay, I'm getting a feeling still, same kind of feeling where somebody knows that they have to move forward here, okay? There's a knowing that they have to move forward. Now, I feel like somebody is really held back in this mental prison here, and I feel like there's a lot of mental exertion here with all these swords. Okay, this talks about our thoughts. It also talks about communication, and I feel like there's a with the High Priestess in the middle here, there's almost like a subconscious knowing, and I feel like the truth is I feel like this person thinks that you know, or that you guys both know, that there needs to be progress at some point to move this connection forward, okay, and that is where it's stalling out because your person isn't acting in this Hermit. And there's a recognition here and an understanding that your person is needing to move forward, but they're not, and that's kind of where they feel it's going to stall out, or where it's been stalling out, okay. And I feel like there's a heavy emphasis on having to communicate this with the communication, the pages, and then the Ace of Swords. But I feel like your person is almost, has not stepped forward. And I feel like they're kind of stuck when it comes to this. I feel like there's this deep, deep, deep love here in this connection. Okay. And there's also this High Priestess clarified by this Two of Cups, because I feel like there's this knowing that your person has, that there could be this beautiful give and take and a loving connection here, but they're going to have to step forward here, and they're really closed off and pulled away here with this Hermit card. Okay, I feel like you're coming through as this beautiful Queen of Cups energy. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and that's a deep, deep love here. And I feel like your person recognizes this, and I feel like there's deep love from your person too, but they feel anxious, and they feel like in order for them to communicate the truth here, they're going to have to step forward and go after this connection, but they're really needing to deal with something here with this Hermit card, go inwards and deal with something that's going on inside them. And it could very well be something that they're telling themselves is something that might be an untruth here. Okay, so we'll pull some oracle cards before we get clarifiers here to see what more we can see here. How does pile number 3's person feel around pile number 3? Mercury, communication. I feel like this person hasn't, this could be your energy. Maybe you're not communicating your truth here. Maybe you understand that there needs to be forward movement, but you haven't communicated your desire to move things forward, or what that looks like, and you're kind of internalizing this. Mercury talks about maybe even signing contracts and like having to read the fine print, because maybe there's certain sentences that might not be so clear, that might mean something else, that kind of get muddled in there, and then might mean one thing and be misconstrued as something else. So I feel like there's a heavy emphasis on this energy that I'm picking up, is saying, well, this person knows, okay, this person knows, or there's a knowing here. And I feel like there's a real big emphasis on having to have the communication, about feelings and future potential of what this looks like in a give and take and moving forward, and why somebody here keeps pulling inwards with this Hermit card. Okay, and if they are needing to heal or resolve something, like what are they working on here? But I feel like this person is really held back from having any sort of communication, even starting this communication. These pages talk about that infancy stage of something, right? Like Page of Swords, the Page of Cups. It's like they can't even start that conversation here. The Mercury. Mercury's also Gemini and Virgo. So we have some of that energy again. Virgo here. High Priestess, I believe, is Cancer energy. Let's get some clarifiers here. Why is there an 8 of Swords here? There's heavy emphasis on communication. Why is this 8 of Swords here? We have the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is somebody who is successful. Okay, somebody who's confident. I feel like this person is lacking confidence in communicating what it is that they want. What it is that they're trying to do to build themselves. And I feel like they're trying to do something here with this Hermit to build the confidence. And maybe they're trying to build on their stability. 6 of Wands. Yeah, there's this. This is like the winning card. Okay, this is the victory card. This is maybe people being in the social eye. Like, what will people perceive me as? There might be some concern here. What will you perceive this person as if they were to move forward as it is in this connection? How would they be successful? How would you perceive them as? If they're not successful with their material wealth, maybe financial wealth, maybe their stability, so it's holding them back in some sort of way here. They're needing that to be successful. They want to be successful, and it could very well be ego-based here with the 6 of Wands. Okay, the ego is driving this desire to have this look before moving forward. And let's take a card here for this High Priestess. Although it's fairly clear here. King of Pentacles. This is Earth energy. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This is also, could be the Father card. Somebody committed, somebody solid, stable, reliable, independent, unwavering, very solid. Yeah, your person wants to build themselves kind of this like really solid empire. Financially, maybe structurally, maybe how they live their life, and be very solid and reliable in order for them to appear as a winner or be a winner here, in order for them to break out of this Hermit energy where they're kind of more focused on self and introspective look on self, in order for there to be movement towards having a communication about what the future of this connection looks like and moving forward. Yeah, I feel that very strongly here. Okay, so we have Temperance again, talking about the here and now and what we can bring in order to stabilize things and help heal this connection. It was wanting to be in the flip, but I feel like your person wants to contribute here in some way to balance this connection, but right now I don't feel like they feel they are capable of, because they don't have the stability and they're in their head about this and what that looks like, nor are they even wanting to have an initial conversation here. I feel like they almost want to be this King of Pentacles before even starting to talk about sharing a cup of love here with you. I feel like they really feel the love from you. I feel like they really love you. Okay, we have Ghost. So potentially your person might have ghosted you. Maybe you've ghosted them. I feel like they're ghosting in their attitude. So maybe they're not outright not talking to you. Could be the case for some. Yeah, communication everywhere. I feel like there's this, you feel shut out by this person. This person's not communicating. This person is not communicating at all, and you feel shut out. Okay, yeah, there's no sharing here of, never mind emotions, they're not even sharing what they're feeling, what they're trying to do here, because I feel like there's a sense of, with their ego, they're not going to say, hey, I'm not this confident person here. So they'd rather just pull away and resolve that and then come towards you in the future. And there's this knowing, sweetness. Yeah, definitely love here. Strong sense of love. But I feel like you guys feel really shut out. Illumination. This is like the Sun card, and this is having clarity and realization. And I feel like this could be talking about there needing to be a light in an area of this connection that's going to shed some clarity and truth around the situation in order for this person to have to open up, in order to have this discussion about how they're feeling. And I feel like with everything I'm seeing here, I don't feel like this person's going to want to have this discussion. I feel like they're going to want to put the groundwork in and then step towards this connection. Feel confident to step towards this connection. Yeah. Cleanse. Again, a heavy emphasis on that healing. That this gives me, oops, this one fell from the bottom. That's the 10 of Swords. Now there needs to be put an end to how they're showing up in this connection. This cleanse gives me heavy Temperance energy, because I feel like there is this need for them to show up now and bring balance, and it would provide a lot of healing to this connection to have this conversation, for them to show up and actually say what they mean here. Okay. But again, they're not going to be like, hey, I feel like I'm not this solid, you know, person that's not able to provide here stability, and maybe they don't have their own place, maybe they don't have their own sense of security here, and they feel like they need to iron that all out before they move forward. But yeah, this is what I see here for you guys. Beautiful pile number 3. So if this resonated with you, leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous pile number 4. If you pick this beautiful golden heart stone, then this will be your reading. Now, we will be taking a look at how you make your person feel. But before we get into how you make them feel, we'll pull some oracle cards and we'll take a look at, ooh, one wanted to come out. We'll take a look at the energy of the connection, how you'll know this is your pile, and we'll ask Spirit for clear and concise message here for beautiful pile number 4, so they know that this is indeed the person on their mind. Now, if this sounds like another connection coming through, could be someone else wanting to communicate this, how they feel, how you make them feel. And if this sounds like could be your energy we're tapping into here, if that's the case, you might want to go check out another pile. Okay, so we have Scribe with the light attribute, preserving knowledge and information. Shadow attribute, altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. Victim, light attribute, prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. And then shadow attribute, playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. And then we have the healer. Okay, so let's pull some tarot. Spirit, clear and concise for beautiful pile number 4, so that they know this is their pile. Can we get some energy, a look into this connection, so that pile number 4 knows this is indeed their pile? Thank you so much, Spirit. And thank you so much, pile number 4, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy of you and your person. We got the Queen of Wands. Now I'm going to clear the energy of this deck. Okay, so just kind of mute your volume here. It might be loud. Spirit, clear and concise for beautiful pile number 4. Okay, so Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. We have the 8 of Wands, not reading reversals. And oh wow, Sagittarius in all 3 cards here. So that could be definite confirmation for those of you guys who have heavy Sagittarius placements, Sun, Moon, or Rising in either yours or your person's chart. And 3 of Pentacles. I'm going to pull one more. We got the Empress. Wow. Okay, so Taurus energy. okay, I feel like you are a beautiful angel here, okay? Like beautiful angel coming through as this gorgeous empress, full of abundance, full of love, full of joy, full of grace, able to receive and give love. And I feel like you're in a state of receiving right now, okay? Because I feel like you are this beautiful healer energy, and I feel like you've been very kind, very giving, and very loving, and wanting to work together here with this Three of Pentacles in building something that is beautiful and for the future, and collaborating. And I feel like this is something that potentially never really was able to get going at all, okay? And I feel like you've been, I feel like this kind of died on the vine, this energy, because I feel like maybe there was this like, okay, everything felt really good and there was going to be this building of something, and then I feel like things kind of froze. And I feel like you're energetically attached to this person with a cord here. Okay, the way I'm seeing this Temperance card. I feel like you guys are connected, because I do feel there's this deep, deep, deep spiritual connection here. Okay. And I feel like at some point you might have been very overly giving here with this Victim card. But I feel like you've gone through the lesson of showing up in a way that was allowing this person maybe to take advantage or promise you something that didn't quite happen here. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot of talk and a lot of promises and a lot of hope for the future here, and then when the rubber hit the road, nothing really happened here. Okay, now I feel there is a lot of passion here. This Queen of Wands, this Eight of Wands, this is passion, this is breaking forward movement, breakthroughs with desire and passion. So I feel like this started like very much with a bang. There's a lot of passion, a lot of desire. Your person might have told you a lot of things. Maybe there's a lot of communication via text, emails, instant messenger messages, and yeah, in hopes to future. And then there was you maybe depending on this person in a way that was, you know, taking them at their face value, whatever it was that they were communicating. And then it was more discussion about how that was going to happen, and you giving, and then you having to realize that maybe nothing here was happening. But now you're energetically connected to this person, and you're wanting to, I mean, you're a beautiful Empress here, so you're very solid in bringing your own abundance. And because you have this healer energy, you've been able to work on your own healing, your own strength, but there's still this understanding of what happened here, or a need to understand what kind of happened here, okay? I feel like your person is maybe now the shoes on the other foot here, and having to experience maybe some of the pain that they've brought upon you. Okay, so let's take a look here at how you make this person feel. Spirit, for beautiful pile number 4, how do they make this person feel? How do they make the person on their mind feel? Clear and concise for beautiful pile number 4. How do they make this person feel? Thank you so much. How do they make this person feel? I feel like this person feels like you have this soft, healing, loving thing, but I feel like they're almost embarrassed or ashamed of how they treated you and your loving heart. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. So I have the Moon, and we have the Four of Wands, and we have the Star. Wow, the Moon and the Star. That's, wow. Okay, keep going. We have the Six of Swords. And we have the Six of Wands. Okay. Why is the Moon energy here, Spirit? What's with the Moon energy here? The Sun. Oh my gosh, you guys have the Moon, the Star, and the Sun. Beautiful. We have the Queen of Swords. Yes. And why is the Star energy here, Spirit? We have the Ten of Wands. And why is the Six of Swords here? We have the Four of Cups. And finally, why is this Six of Wands here, spirits? We have the Two of Cups. Okay, beautiful. And bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands, the World, Knight of Wands and the World. The World talks about a successful ending here. Knight of Wands could be player type energy or somebody really going after what they want. Okay, so the moon here, I feel, and the sun. This is divine masculine and divine feminine energy, okay? So I feel like you and your person are definitely tied, like we were seeing with the energetic cords here, because I feel like there is, now you don't have to be born male, born female, but I feel like somebody's carrying this heavy masculine energy and somebody's carrying this, sorry, feminine energy, and someone's carrying this heavy masculine energy. Okay, and so I feel like there, with the Temperance, there was a need to balance energies, because I feel like when you guys got together, somebody was very heavily in their masculine, someone was very heavily in their feminine. And Spirit was saying that there needed to be more of a balance, masculine, feminine, in each of you guys individually. So I feel like somebody definitely was ego-based here with the masculine, and I feel like the feminine was definitely over-giving, okay, which I feel like both needed to kind of heal. And this is why they were brought together here, in order to alchemize and learn lessons together and how to come to their own balance. But I feel like there was this, yeah, I feel like, oh my goodness, two almost polar energies here. Like the moon talks about maybe not seeing things as clear as can be in the moonlight, and could talk about subconscious and deception in some sort of way, or seeing something maybe not as clear as it could be. Whereas the sun's like this polar opposite energy where you get clarity, you see everything very clearly, you're certain, it's out in the open, it's illuminated. So there's these two polar opposite things happening here, okay? So I feel like the part that was open, clear, vibrant, and that was the part that I think you guys were kind of seeing and moving towards. But then there was so much in the subconscious that was not visible, not talked about, and brewing underneath that potentially came about once this started to unfold, okay? Because we see here with this Four of Wands, this is stability in coming together to build a family, a home, stability and a connection, unity. This is, you know, two people coming together to build a family and a relationship and something that is solid and stable. And I feel like you are showing up here as this Queen of Swords energy. This is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, because you've communicated what stability looks like to you and what you wanted. And you've been, you know, putting boundaries, being clear, and not wanting to only rely on what was emotionally coming out of this, but what was actually going to be building here for the future, okay? There was this desire, this hope, this dream, this wish, and the wish here was to come together to build this stability. Now, I feel like the actual making it happen is this 10 of Wands. This is like a heavy feeling, overwhelmed feeling, a burden of having to make this wish kind of happen here. For whatever reason, like we said, maybe things appeared very clear, but there was a lot under the surface that wasn't revealed yet. And then in order to make things happen, there was this overwhelming feeling. So I feel like, as we're talking about how your person feels, this is how they were feeling, okay? Like there was a lot that was unseen. And when they went after their star, when they went after scratching the surface of this connection here, understanding what you wanted, what you were clear about, they started feeling this heavy burden and having to make it happen. So I feel like your person got cold feet, could have very well been cowardly here with the Six of Swords. There does talk about moving away from turbulent times. I feel like what your person did was move away from any sign of struggle, any sign of challenge, any sign of something that was very intense here. Okay, I mean, major arcana, major arcana, major arcana, very intense. And so they might appear here like this Knight of Wands because they came in promising and then they started getting overloaded here. And Four of Cups talks about somebody in a state of boredom and maybe not seeing the blessings around them and focused on what's not going to work. Okay, so they got focused on maybe the challenge here. What was going to be the challenge in coming together? What was going to be the challenge in meeting your expectation? And instead of looking at the love and what could be offered here. So it made them move away, pull away from this connection. But I feel like what your person is really understanding here is, in order for them to be successful and get what they want here and be victorious, they really want to experience this Two of Cups with you, okay? And I feel like even this dark and light, I feel like there's a heavy emphasis here on divine masculine, divine feminine energy coming together to balance things out in order to be victorious. So I feel like there's definitely a need of shift of perspective here. And I feel like if your person is pulled away right now, I feel like they're wanting to, like, there's a big difference here between, okay, I'm getting a message here for some of you guys that just came in. I feel like some of you guys pulled away from a situation here that might have seemed very promising and started to become very burdensome because nothing was happening. And you became in a state of not being interested emotionally in this connection anymore, and moving away towards what's going to make you happy, which is this Two of Cups, giving and receiving love. Okay, so you might have already moved away from this person. But for those of you guys who were resonating with your person who pulled a fast one and pulled away here, because all they were seeing was what they weren't able to give here, I do see a big gap between them moving away and then them now wanting to be successful here. But they are looking at this situation and what it's going to take to make them successful in order to share this cup of love with you again. So they want to come in here like a Knight of Wands, and they want to offer, yeah, this passionate drive towards you. But I feel like if they drive in like this Knight, I mean, they need to kind of offer this emotional cup. And I feel like this person is still trying to figure out what that looks like. Okay, let's pull an oracle card here to see more about this. So we got the Sun again. Wow, the Sun. There still needs to be, I think, illumination around the parts that weren't clear. Okay, and I feel like there still needs to be some certainty and clarity around the parts that are still needing to develop, because I feel like there's heavy masculine energy here, like very heavy. So ego needs to be addressed. Okay, ego, and it could have very well have been getting in the way of this person showing up and them needing clarity around what that looks like in order to resolve this so that they can drive forward. And reddening, yeah, I feel like this card came out in pile number 1, I believe, but the reddening can certainly talk about something being brought to life, you know, something kind of slowly starting to percolate and build life and energy. And I feel like if you have moved away from this person in order to find peace of mind, I feel like this person could slowly be kind of coming towards you, and you could kind of feel the energetic pull build up in this connection. Okay, and maybe that's why you're here, because you wanted to see, like, why am I still feeling this person? And yes, this person is still really energetically tied to you. I feel like this person is slowly working towards giving life back to this dream, this star, which is this connection, working on their healing. Okay, I don't know what they're physically doing here, because I feel like your person just understands there needs to be healing. Ooh, I was feeling very dizzy there for a second. So yeah, when I mentioned about your person, what they're doing, I feel like your person's a little confused as to what they're supposed to be doing. Hunger. There's a need. This reminds me of the Sun. I feel like there's a need definitely for your person to recognize where they're in their ego and not be so led by what it is that they want in that second, because I feel like there's this fiery drive energy, but then it peters out, and instead of being victorious here, it's like they don't really amount to much. Okay, but there is this desire to drive towards you and rectify this situation. There is heavy emphasis on Sun energy, okay, which is absolutely beautiful when you talk about clarity and joy, fulfillment, understanding. It's the most positive card here in the tarot. But I do feel like despite all that, there's a lot going on that still needs to be revealed. And there's still a lot here that I think is going to be coming to the surface that needs to be dealt with. Ghosts. So yeah, maybe you guys ghosted this person. I felt that for some of you guys. And I also feel like this person could have just all of a sudden ghosted you because things were becoming a little bit too real. They were carrying this energy. Yeah, passion. Definitely feeling this heavy passion here between you guys. I feel like this isn't over. And for those of you guys who you've ghosted them, you know, maybe you're like, yeah, okay, well, this certainly is over until they're able to show up. I feel like your person is definitely becoming clear in what that looks like, but I feel like there's still a lot of passion here. And if they ghosted you, I feel like this person is trying to find a way to come forward here, and slowly this person is starting to become more clear in what they need to do here to go after what they want. Okay, but I feel like, yeah, there's still a looking back here on this connection for sure. And you make this person feel absolutely joyous here with the sun coming out, you know, but I feel like there was a lot of fear. The moon, because they were so happy. And this is like a really big surmountable thing here. They felt like it was surmountable for them to get what they want with the star. And this 10 of Wands is like, yeah, this overloaded feeling like, if I get what I want, then what, you know? So it was, I feel cowardly, but they pulled away here, but only to encounter a state of boredom and looking at what maybe they thought wasn't going to work, only to be looking back on a situation and now wanting to share this cup of love. And I feel like those of you guys who moved away to find your own cup of love, potentially you're already in another connection here. Okay. So let's just pull one for the moon here so we can get some clarity around why the moon card is here. Why is the moon card here, Spirit? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like your person was not clear as to what it was actually going to take to invest and plant the seed for making something tangible here to build this Four of Wands. I think there were a lot of talk. There was a lot of passion. And then when it came down to putting this pentacle forward and being dedicated and committed, your person buggered off over here. Okay. Let's take a look at this 10 of Wands. Why were they overwhelmed here? There's this feeling of overwhelmed feeling. I feel like you were overwhelmed because this person might have talk. So you had to put boundaries. And this person, yeah, they just... Ace of Swords, and it was coming, wanting to come in reverse. I feel like your person was overwhelmed with the truth of the situation here, with having to communicate the truth of the situation, which was they'd have to plant the seed, move forward, stay dedicated, and really go after what it is that they want with the star here in this connection, and stay honest and true. And it scared them. Okay, they were overwhelmed by the truth. They were overwhelmed by the truth of this connection, the intensity of this connection. Okay, but I think quickly they realized, I mean, this is in future position here, so I feel like maybe not so quick for some of you guys, but I feel like mentally they quickly knew they had done the wrong thing here, because they automatically are feeling this sense of apathy. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like, again, this talks about turbulency. This is turbulent. I feel like your person felt like they potentially chose the wrong decision here. They were having to make a decision. Okay, let's pull one for this 6 of Wands here. 6 of Wands. Yeah, the 10 of Cups. They know they missed out. They're looking back on this situation. This 10 of Cups could have been had in this connection. And I feel like for a lot of you guys want your 10 of Cups. And in order to do that, you're going to have a give and take here. And this person was going to have to show up with a give and take in order to build on this 10 of Cups, which they potentially never showed up in. Okay, so let's pull this one for this 2 of Cups and see what's going on here. 9 of Swords. Yeah, that's a missing out. This is sadness, anxiety, a missing out, sleepless nights. I feel like they look back and they're feeling anxiety about not presenting this cup of love, missing out on this 10 of Cups. Some of you guys are having sleepless nights about, you know, the potential here with this Two of Cups that could have happened in order to be emotionally fulfilled. It's pulling one here for the Four of Cups. Yeah, Ace of Wands. This is the polar opposite. Your person was focusing on what they wasn't going to work here, ignoring what was being given to them, and they moved away here. But there is this heavy emphasis on going after one's inspiration, one's desire, being inspired to move forward, communicating what that looks like. Okay, I think your person cowarded out here with all this ego. Five of Pentacles. This is lacking the confidence. This is feeling out in the cold. Yeah, I feel like there's this feeling of feeling out in the cold, missing out, not being able to have an opportunity here. Okay, having chose wrong in some way. But I don't feel like this is over yet. And I feel like your person, if how you make them feel, absolutely beautiful, wonderful with this, all this sun energy, this joy, this contentment, but terrified as shit. I have to be honest with you, because of the feeling of being overwhelmed by getting what they want with the Star card. And now they're feeling Five of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, missing out. They want to be victorious. Their ego's kind of in the way. They're not sure how to go after what they want here, okay, and how to give and take with love in order to maximize their emotional fulfillment in this connection with you. I think you're absolutely beautiful. Pile number 4. If this resonated, please leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know how this resonated. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments. I am so blessed to be here. See you again. Bye.